So what's up, my YT homies? This is, of course, Alethea, and you know this. I came in to actually discuss a particular topic today on my channel. One of the things that I try to do on my channel is stay away from controversial issues, because no two people are going to agree 100% on anything. We may agree partially on something and we will disagree partially on something, but no two people will ever agree 100% on anything. I mean, you can agree 99.9% of the time on something, on a particular situation, but that doesn't mean you totally agree. You're still going to have some notion in your mind. Anyway, I say that to say that is the reason why I don't come on and talk about particular controversial, gosh, why I can't say that word today, particular controversial issues, because at the end of the day, my view is my view and someone else's view is their view. And I don't have time to be back and forth arguing in caps locks with people about what I say on my channel. That being said, let's move on into what I want to talk about. The first thing, let me say, words are words. Are words. Since the beginning of time, a word is a word is a word. Just like orange is orange, white is white, black is black, blue is blue. Those are colors. That's how they are. That's not going to change. The words are words. You can take lipstick. You know, I mean, just a dress is a dress. Words are words. The meaning behind the word, or how people use the words, is what makes the words become derogatory. The Paula Deen situation. Now let me just say, first of all, I have never ever been a fan of Paula Deen. Never. And I'm going to tell you why. Paula Deen does two things on her Food Network channel that I dislike. I dislike her accent. Number one, there's nothing she can do about it. But I'm a Southern girl. I have a Southern accent. But every time people hear people like Paula Deen or somebody else that is Southern, that has that drawl in the way they talk, they want to say that all Southern people talk that way. And they want to represent us that way, which sometimes, and I'm not saying Paula Deen is adding more to how she talks, but sometimes you do have people that will talk more Southern, in a more Southern dialect, so to speak, something to draw people to them, or in a more Northern dialect, or whatever have you. So, number one, I never liked the way she talks. Number two, she double dips. And she eats off, she double dips and she licks her fingers on her channel. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch some of her videos. I don't like that. I'm a person that is, I've been called nice, nasty, whatever. I don't believe in you cooking something for somebody, you eating from it, and you putting that spoon back in there. I don't believe in while you're mixing up something, cooking some food, you're licking your fingers. You just don't do that. You're cooking something for somebody. That's something you don't do. So what I just said is not something that, you know, I'm saying that is so wrong. This is stuff you can see on her channel. Okay, so last year, the issue with Paula Deen and the racism started. It's big now, though. I first heard about it last year. And I told AR, because AR loves to watch Paula Deen. I said, Paula Deen's racist. I said, her employees, or employee, a lady, particular lady, I don't know who she is, hadn't seen her yet, whatever, blah, blah, says that Paula Deen has her people come in the back door. Her black people, the people of color that work for her, come in the back door. It's like, no, I was like, yeah, you know. So I didn't like that. Well, I never heard a whole lot about it or whatever. Then all of a sudden here, these past few days, I'm all over Facebook, Paula Deen, YouTube, Paula Deen used the N-word, blah, 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 blah. Now, let me just say I haven't watched any news coverage. I haven't watched any interviews of Paula Deen. But I did hear somebody say that in one of her interviews, she was asked did she use the N-word? And she said, of course, she's from the South. Let me just say that everybody in the South does not use the N-word. I, for one, do not use the N-word. Now, you have people that are mad with her for using the N-word. I'm not mad at her for using the N-word. Let me tell you why I'm not mad at her for using the N-word. And some people may disagree with me. That's fine. How can you get mad at somebody for using a term that you use? Now, mind you, when Negroid, whatever you want to call it, if you go back into your history and you look up the color, you look up the word Negro, negra in Spanish, meaning black. People with dark skin were called Negro. It wasn't until the Spaniards took over with the Slave Act or came into the Slave Act, and I don't know all the history of it, but they started using the term nigger or Negro or whatever to make it derogatory. So once it became derogatory, there was no turning back to make it seem like it was a term of endearment. So then here we go, as people of color, African American, black, whatever term you want to use. We want, what's up? We want to use that word. What's up, my knee? And what's up, blah, blah, blah. We want to use this word as if it is some kind of badge of honor. But then let us, our counterparts, our fellow American citizen that is not of the same race, use the term, and we're mad. Don't get mad. Point in case, let's say me, myself. There are two words that I don't refer to myself as having or being, and there are two words that I don't call anyone else or refer to anyone else with. Nappy hair and fat. Now, mind you, when the term nappy developed, when it came out, it was used to define coarser, kinkier, textured hair. It was not a derogatory term. But then people started using the derogatory, that nappy-headed blah, nappy-head this and nappy-head that. So then it became a derogatory term. So now that you have the natural movement, some people want to start saying nappy all over again. Not to me, you can't, because to me, no matter how you take that word and try to switch it up, I'm going to always look at it in a derogatory way, because that's how I learned the word. Then you have fat. I had someone that is a bigger size person to call me fat. I got offended. And I said, don't call me fat. I'm not fat. Well, I'm fat. I can call you fat. No, you can't. If you want to refer to yourself as being fat, then you refer to yourself as being fat. I'm referring to myself as being a leafia, a pleasingly plump, whatever you want to call it, anything that is not derogatory, because I don't see anything derogatory about me. Okay, so like I said, I came to kind of say something about this situation. I mean, you know, my 2 cents really doesn't matter in the big scheme of things, because, you know, from what I'm hearing, they're not renewing Paula Deen's contract, blah, 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 blah. You know, it is what it is. But, like I said, for my sisters and brothers, as we would say, as we would call ourselves, because truth be told, there's no sisterhood and brotherhood anymore when you can go and just shoot up and kill people of your own race and heritage over some BS bullcrap. There's no sisterhood and brotherhood in that. So, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, how can we say the word, no, not we, because I don't say it. How can people of a certain particular race say the word all the time, every day, like they're just saying syrup or biscuit or bread or table or rug? I mean, just like it's nothing, but getting mad when someone of a brighter complexion, so to speak, says the word. That's wrong. It's just wrong. There's no right in it. Now, I'm not saying Paula Deen is wrong or right in what she did. Like I said, making somebody come in the back door, if that is true, it's definitely not politically correct in 2013. It was never politically correct before. It was never politically correct before, but I wasn't there. Those were the laws. There's nothing I could do about that. That's neither here nor there. But to get mad at this woman because she said this word, is just ludicrous to me. Stop using the word in your own culture, and you won't get mad when someone else uses the word. Have a blessed day.